is cooking now.
Welcome to another raw real review on the Shef Pod. We're here reacting to She-Hulk episode 3. This is gonna be a quicker reaction than we normally do, just because we got some food in the oven and we're still on vacation. But we're here, man. Episode 3 for She-Hulk, and I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is going by very, very fast. But I'm loving what I'm seeing so far, and they've been killing it. What do you
really
what are your
have.
thoughts?
I like the episode. I just wish there was more. I don't know. We'll get into it, but I like where it's going so far, and I'm happy with the episode. And some interesting surprises. I'm sure we'll talk about.
Yeah, one of the biggest things I took away from this episode was like, I really like the fourth wall breaking that she's been doing.
Yeah.
This whole episode. I mean, not the whole episode, but like
Throughout the series.
just her telling us like, don't expect no more cameos. Like that like really stuck out to me. Like as far as this episode goes, like I really love the fourth wall breaking. I know you really enjoyed a lot of the law scenes.
How could you tell?
I mean,
No, I do love that aspect of it. I think it's cool to see that part playing out. I feel like the Law and Order like shows were kind of like our generation and maybe even older, but this is like a different way to bring in the new generation, like a law show that they actually pay attention and like. So pay attention to and like. So it's interesting. It's good to see it. I think so.
yeah, it was interesting in the show. She said, don't expect any more cameos. Do you think we're done with cameos?
I think it's interesting that she said that at the beginning of the show, and then all of a sudden your girl Megan Thee Stallion shows up, you know?
Yeah.
So
And also, we know Daredevil was in the show too.
right. So I think it's misleading, and I want to know why they're doing that. Also, SGT Marimo says, "Hey Willie."
What up? Gang, gang, gang. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. But as far as this episode goes, I loved it. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was too short once again. You guys let us know your thoughts about She-Hulk episode 2. I mean, not 2, episode 3. I really loved Emil's character, Abomination.
Yeah.
I'm really glad he got like really fleshed out, really like very, very well. Like Marvel is doing a really great job of like taking their old villains and giving them more of like, you know, just character arcs and stuff like that. So I love to see it. They did it with Baron Zemo, and now they're doing it with Abomination.
Can't forget Ethan Hawke.
Love it. Oh, can't forget Ethan Hawke.
I mean, they've really stepped up with their villains. I mean, I think in the shows their villains are getting better opportunities. I feel like in the movies they're kind of failing. Where I mean, Wanda was an okay villain.
Yeah.
You know, they could have done more with her. The gore, we all know how we feel about that. You know.
We got to see it on Blu-ray. What he really did.
Oh my god! I hope all those extra scenes are in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think in the movies they're kind of rushing the villains along, and I really think they need to start paying attention to that. But in the shows, they really have a chance to flesh them out. I mean, we loved Arthur Harrow. I love Emil Blonsky. You do too, you know? So it's like, I think their shows are doing a lot better as far as the villains go. But, I mean, his character, I loved him throughout the whole opening scene when she's there arguing for his parole release, you know?
I will say with this show too, they have done a great job with the cameos. Like,
yes.
It doesn't feel like the cameos are taking too much. Like, it really feels like it really adds to the show. Like, the cameos aren't useless. Like, each cameo has a purpose. And like, I really love, like, even the Wong cameo had a purpose. It's not just, hey, throw this person in the show just cause, you know?
Right, exactly.
Like, each cameo really has a purpose, and I'm loving like all the cameos.
Right, it's like you don't want to name drop just to name drop because you're Marvel, but you actually all your characters like coexist. I like that Wong, you know, came back to basically say his piece, even though he was hella late.
Yeah.
And that was funny to watch her sweat it out because, like, if you ever watch any type of law show, it's like witnesses are unreliable. They'll get there when they get there. And Wong, I mean, it was funny that she's like, how is somebody late who doesn't have a commute time?
Yeah, literally walk through portals and just go anywhere.
Wong is all of us, though. I'd be late even if I could walk through a portal. I'd wait
if
till
you're
the last
Wong,
second.
you'd be late too.
Oh my gosh. I do love too that in the beginning when they're trying to search for Wong, because Emil kind of tells him, well, I was taken out of this, you know, the cell against my will type of thing, that her paralegal goes into like discovery mode and has to go find out where he is, and then so they show his phone and his employment history. I just noticed it. He worked at Target in Nepal
Target sales associate
for 9 years, and he was a librarian
and
for
he was
11.
in Carmitage. He was a librarian.
Right.
Sources of free.
Can you imagine? I would love. Wong would be the nicest Target associate ever.
You know what? I'm really loving that Marvel is so like meta with these jokes, because that's obviously like a LinkedIn like spoof or whatever.
Yes.
And I'm just loving what they're doing like with that, like trying to connect to the real world. Like the way this show frames it is like the MCU exists in the real world.
Yeah.
And like I love that. And like I love how they have like their comic books and stuff up, and like it's kind of meta in a sense, like where it's like
100%.
you know, like fourth wall breaking, like even the show, like because we haven't even talked about Megan Thee Stallion yet. Like,
right.
Megan Thee Stallion exists in the MCU now, so that's like, does that canonize that like
we all exist?
Yeah, like do we all exist?
You know,
if Megan exists, don't we all? Right? You know.
That would be kind of cool to do like a fan type version, like maybe even bring in like an influencer or something. Like, can you imagine Emergency Awesome showing up on there, or even pitch meeting?
Yeah, I think they're gonna start bending more into that. Like, even people that don't want to be in the MCU as characters, they're gonna start leaning into like bringing celebrities in.
Interesting.
Which I think is very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
That like, recognition.
If a celebrity don't want to dress up and be in a costume, just have them come in as you know,
themselves.
Tom Cruise. Like, say Tom Cruise exists. Yeah.
Top Gun.
Yeah.
Top Gun MCU crossover.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Right. I do love the fourth wall breaking, and I think it gives them a lot of opportunity to be able to almost like say what we're all thinking. Like, she's like, I know you guys are all waiting for Wong. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting if they bring that in, like with Deadpool. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it, because if like the complaints that we're all having, or some of the complaints that we're having, if they have those same type of complaints and like fourth wall breaking type of scenes, I think it's gonna be funny. I think it's gonna add to it, and I think people are gonna wait to see like, all right, what are they gonna say? What's Deadpool gonna say? Because she's like, I know you can't wait to see Wong. Like, I get it. Like, if they, cool. They can make it funny. You know, it's not one of those cameo type of shows every week. It's not remember who the real star is type of thing. Yeah. You know, but again, like I said, I want to know why it was misleading. Like they obviously told us that to mislead us, because we get a cameo in this one. We know more cameos are coming. Yeah. So, I mean, does that tell you that she doesn't even know like what the story is about type of thing, or how her world's gonna unravel?
Yeah, because it's interesting. Like, we're at the end of episode 3, and we're barely like getting a peek of like villains. Right. Like who the real villain is or whatever. So, like, I like the pacing of it. I'm just hoping that it doesn't like get too crazy. Like, I feel like they gave it enough episodes. Like, right now I can say that. I feel like they gave it enough episodes.
So far, I feel like it too. I just wish they were a little bit longer, but I do feel like they're giving him enough. They're fleshing it out enough. Yeah. And they're telling a story so far, at least. So I like that aspect of it, and we needed that. Yeah. Tell me how you felt about all of the social version, like the likes, the videos. I loved it. Right. I loved it because it's just like, oh my God, like I loved it. Like, Marvel got the ear to the streets. That's what I'm saying. Like, Marvel got somebody that's like, got the ear to, like, dude talking about I'd smash. Like, just stuff like that. Like, just, they got their ear to the streets in the Marvel, like the lower community. So it's like, that's why I really love and respect Marvel. We were talking about this in Falcon and Winter Soldier. They were talking about like his issues being black, you know, like being racially profiled, like can't get a bank loan. Like, I love that they're like, they're superheroes, but yet they're bringing it down. Right. I'm loving them doing that. Like, it's amazing. And like that whole scene that you just said with hashtag Me Too, like, oh my God, it has to be a She-Hulk too. Like, that is stuff that people are saying. It really is, and it's sad.
And they're using it for the show, and I'm loving it. Like, I'm really loving it. I said loving it. I'm really loving it so far.
Same. I agree. I love the social aspect of it. Just, I mean, it's things real, like you said, real people would say, and things that people would comment. I mean, good and bad, you know. But I like that she's not paying attention to it either. I feel like it would be very easy for her to get bogged down with it and to like read some of the mean things. Because I mean, in reality, people post mean things. Yeah, people say stupid things, good, you know. Things, bad things. So I'm glad that she's like, okay, I'm focused on keeping this job, doing well on this case. Like, it's what people should do. When like they get some type of celebrity like this, she's not trying to like lean into it. She's trying to be like, okay, hold on, like this isn't me, I don't want this type of thing. And she's just being smart about it. I like that they're portraying her that way instead of being like, oh, let me jump right in, let me make a Tinder profile right, you know, the day I turned She-Hulk. So I think it's good. I think they're doing a good job with it for sure. Yeah. The whole thing with what is it, her partner? Her paralegal or pug?
Well, a pug. What is a pug?
Pug is Pugalise, or Pugalise, I think is his full name, but they call him Pug in the show. The guy with the map on the best places to poo. That guy, that's her coworker. He's the one that does the case on the other trial or the other case.
I really loved how they incorporated the whole. He thought he was a Megan Thee Stallion part. Like I feel like honestly, like when the show was going on, they kept saying Megan Thee Stallion so much. I'm like, okay,
right.
you better bring
It got
Megan Thee Stallion.
annoying.
Yeah, I was like, you better. Megan Thee Stallion needs to show up right now because y'all are like manifesting something Megan Thee Stallion. Like I feel like she got more name drops than anybody in any Marvel project or show.
I've heard her name more in this episode than I heard Bruce all 4 episodes so far.
I'm not gonna lie, we heard her name before the episode came out.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm
Right?
saying. Like
We heard about it.
It wasn't even about She-Hulk this week. It was about Megan Thee Stallion on She-Hulk this week.
Because everybody was shocked.
Oh man! But by the end and when they posted the end credit, I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing.
It was funny.
I was just laughing. I was like, wow. I was like, they did this. I was like, you can't have because like in the back of my head when the episode went off, I was like, you can't have Megan Thee Stallion in this show, and you don't have her song, her music,
But then I'm
or
like,
like her
which
being
song?
Megan. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But then no, they did a good job. I think they did a great job with it.
I thought that was pretty cool. So shout out to the execs that was like, yo, let's get Megan Thee Stallion in here.
Speaking of shout outs, John is back with us for the first time.
What up, John?
And I don't think he likes Megan Thee Stallion being on the show.
Oh, shit.
He's got the emoji.
Oh, I ruined the show for you, John? Sorry, bro. Sorry.
It was
I thought
very
funny.
random.
I just thought it was funny. Like, I hope they don't drag it. You know?
Yes.
Like, yes, that was a Megan Thee Stallion moment, but let's kind of move past it. Because, I don't know, they said something she signed on as a client. I don't even know how she would sign because she's not a superhero.
Well, so back end legal stuff.
Our legal expert on this.
Her person was used. She was impersonated essentially.
Okay.
She is a public figure, but she's probably gonna fight because this elf or whatever that creature was misrepresented her in a public light, and that's not okay. I can't remember exactly the term for it that they would try to get her on, get the.
So She-Hulk would be defending Megan Thee Stallion.
Say it again.
So She-Hulk would be defending Megan Thee Stallion?
Could. I mean, I don't think. I mean, I guess because she has the money to pay her, then yes, they'd take her on. But I mean, it's not necessarily a high-profile case. I mean, I guess it is because it's Megan Thee Stallion, but.
Yeah.
And you're being impersonated by a, whatever warlock, witch, whatever that thing is.
From
I can't think of.
Asgard,
Yeah, so maybe it would be a big deal. Maybe that's why they'll take it on. But yeah, it could be her new case too.
Wow.
Yeah, John says it was so random, and I agree.
It was random as hell.
Because it's like, why? Of all people, but it was funny in the end.
I mean, maybe
At
she
least.
called in a favor with the director or something like that.
Right.
You know? Who knows? Who knows? But
Like you said, though, I just hope they don't carry it on.
yeah, it was funny and random as hell.
It really was, and I mean, the Dennis character, the one who's suing the warlock for whatever it is for taking $175,000 of his money because he really believed it was Megan Thee Stallion. I thought he did a good job. He was such a just dumb bro, whatever, and I feel like a lot of women have worked with or know a guy like that, just totally clueless, thinks he's better than he is, and it's just like. We're all thinking the same things, like, when he's like, oh, I can't work with her, it might be my next fiance. She's like, happy to not work with you, and then leaves. And then she gets to come in the end and be like, yeah, I totally believe he would be dumb enough to think that was Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. So it's like a backhanded slap. Yeah, he won the case, but he was also a dummy, you know, in her eyes, because she got to redeem that part of it. But
are you really liking the the whole like lawyer like aspect of it, like them like briefing over cases, like talking about it, stuff like that?
It's interesting. I mean, I like the legal scenes and the court scenes as it is. I mean, I wish it was more like crime based because I've thought that's mostly the type of crime or like law shows I've ever seen. But
Law and Order.
Yeah, this is supposed to be more based based on Ally McBeal, and I never watched that.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be more of like a comedy, lighthearted type of thing. So I think in that respect, it's definitely following what it should be and what it's about. But I mean, I like it so far. It's a different way to watch law for me on TV, so I really like it. Yeah. And I love how Wong just shows up.
Just pulls up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here.
That is convenient. We need to get some portals going on.
Right?
Like the Facebook portal has nothing on these
sorcerers
portals.
need to teach the world how to do that, because what's his name? Ned can do it.
Oh, yeah.
So, shit, they need to open it. I mean, I guess they do got a
magic.
class where they're showing it, but it just ain't, with the mainstream audience. Because could you imagine people just
portaling everywhere?
Yeah, fuck airplanes.
It'd be creepy as hell.
The airline business would be mad as hell. Like, nah, Wong. Wong got to get out of here.
Wong Airlines?
Yeah. They try to get Wong out of here if you
Right.
start teaching everybody how to portal.
Yeah, see, John said it could have been anybody. I mean, that's why it was so random. It literally could have been anybody, I'm hoping they at least have a purpose for her cameo, And I've heard some theories that, she could show up later. It could be a bigger thing later. Let's hope so. Maybe she'll team up with Titania and end up being bad or something like that. I don't know. I hope they just tie it in. I don't want them to just have it there, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that happened in that episode, but we're not gonna talk about it
Yeah.
anymore. It doesn't mean anything really.
I honestly think the next episode we're gonna see the Daredevil cameo.
Say it again.
The next episode, I think we're
Yeah.
gonna see the Daredevil cameo. Because I feel like Marvel in the trailers, they kind of showed us everything that we've seen thus far. Like we already seen Wong, we seen the Abomination stuff. You know, we seen like Bruce and the Hulk. That was all kind of in the trailers a little bit. But after that, excuse me, you don't know like what's gonna happen. Like we seen Titania for the first time, but we still don't even know what's her deal.
That's true.
So I think I don't know because everybody, well, not everybody, but like select people have already seen 1 through 4. So I'm wondering like if all the stuff that's in the trailers was from 1 through 4, and the rest like 5 through 9, like nobody's seen it.
Yeah.
Like not even online.
I don't think so. I think they released the first.
Because I don't think Wong is gonna be in the next one. I don't think Wong is gonna be in it anymore. I think he's dead.
What's interesting about Wong though, and John made a good point. He said it's something he didn't expect Wong to take a meal from the cage, from his cell. That's something I'd expect from Strange.
Yeah.
I thought it was very interesting the way he just carefully explained, like, as part of my training to be Sorcerer Supreme, I blah 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 took him out.
I do something drastic.
Yeah, I don't remember Strange having to do that to become Sorcerer.
I mean, Strange just always did shit like that just cause. Like,
right.
Strange always did drastic, crazy stuff. I wouldn't expect. I mean, I guess that's not super crazy. That like, I mean, cause Strange has done some shit, right? Compared to Wong, this is kind of like small.
I mean, it's interesting because I mean, like I said, I haven't seen those Hulks with Abomination in them. I don't even know if he knew Wong before that, but I mean, Wong genuinely feels like he feels bad for Emil. That, you know, he offered him a place at Carmitage. If you don't want to go back, you don't have to. And Emil says, I'm the one who chose to go back to my cell and sat here and didn't turn into Abomination. I could have left a long time ago. And that was obviously part of the evidence of why they let him go.
Yeah.
But it just seems very convenient. And it feels like, especially after Strange just pulled some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I think he was going at the same time as Strange did the whole stuff with Spider-Man in, what am I thinking, in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
When that was going on, Wong was doing the stuff with Abomination. Like, you saw him leave, you know, and I'm assuming that's where he was going to go pick up Abomination and do some street fighting and all that. But, so I don't know. Maybe now he wouldn't do the same thing after seeing all the destruction Strange caused. But, I mean, I guess at the time, you know, it was an even playing field, so he felt maybe bold to be able to do it. I don't know.
I kind of wish, my only regret with this episode, I kind of wish Wong would have said something about Strange. Like, I gotta get back because Lord knows Strange is gone somewhere that I haven't seen. You know?
It's true.
Like, I wish he would have said something like that. Like, in the courtroom, like, I gotta get out of here because, like, this is going crazy. Or something, like, bring up Shang-Chi, like,
referenced it somehow.
Like, I gotta go. Like, I mean, the way he left the courtroom was funny. He was like, because they was like, I mean, you did aid a
Commit a
prisoner.
crime.
Yeah, commit a crime. He's like, yeah, no, I didn't. He's out of here.
I'm out. Catch
me if you can.
And for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, he did mention, I know what you're thinking, Miss Walters. I'm not going to erase everyone's memories. Not again. You know, can't have that happen again or something. So he kind of mentioned Strange, but I know, I do wish he would say something about...
Like, update it, because, like, we know Strange is gone. We don't know where the hell he went, but he gone. So I just wish Wong would have said something.
I agree. And John, he said these collabs with She-Hulk are kind of growing on him. And maybe the Master of Mystic Arts comes with a lot more perks and freedom. Huh.
Do whatever you want.
I mean, if Strange is off with, what's her name, Clea, fighting in the universe, and he's home alone, who's going to tell him no?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
It ain't Mordo.
What's her name?
Who?
America Chavez? No.
Oh,
yeah, she gonna tell him?
Oh, what is her name?
America Chavez.
Yeah. I thought that was her real name. I'm like, oh yeah, that's her real name.
No, her real one.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yes, what does she know? You know?
I really think Marvel does need to bring these America Chavez's, Kate Bishop's. They need to be in these shows. Just a little bit. Just like sprinkle them a little bit, man. Get their feet wet.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good just to at least have that continuity a little bit more. I know they're trying, they're doing little things like with Tiamat or whatever, but...
Like, I feel like they're barely catching up in She-Hulk with all the movies and stuff, and like just all the stuff. But I feel like this whole time we could have had like a show continuity this whole time, you know?
Yeah, we really could have. I mean, it's all taking place on Earth, so the opportunity is there. And well, this is in LA too. So Kate and them were in New York.
Yeah.
Which are the other ones you mentioned?
Kate, America Chavez. I mean, we know she's
in Nepal.
Yeah. But just all the younger, you know, Avengers and stuff.
Some type of mention.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
mean, they mentioned. I mean, this show has probably been the best show.
They did mention Hawkeye.
This is I gotta give it to this show. This is the best show that's connected literally so many. Like they haven't connected everything, but they've connected enough already.
Yes.
And we've been asking for this for like since these shows came out.
Right.
Like we literally been asking for just connect, just say something. And like they've been dropping stuff every episode, like, and they connecting to a lot of different things. So I gotta give kudos to this director real quick.
Right.
To direct this She-Hulk show and like know what's going on in the MCU and like just little
piecing everything together.
Thank you. We've been asking for that forever. Don't be DC.
Yeah. Thank you. 100%. John says, does Wong remember the events from Spider-Man? I could have swore I had mentioned that. Wasn't he supposed to forget? I mean, I guess he technically remembers what happened and doesn't know who Peter Parker is.
Yeah.
That's, I think,
They just wiped everybody's memory of who Spider-Man is.
Right. But he does mention it, John. He says something like, you know, can't go wiping everybody's memory again, Miss Walters.
Yeah.
Not again. You know, or whatever he said. But that is interesting. That's a good point. I was like, does he remember? Can he remember that? But
I mean, if you think about it, I mean...
Strange must have told him.
Yeah. Strange and Wong could be going down for some shit because to wipe the whole world's memory, ain't that a crime?
I mean, not in our world yet.
So wipe the whole, like, just, hey, make everybody forget I'm this person. You, like,
how do you prove they forgot something they don't remember? That's a loyal response.
Yeah.
Right?
That's crazy.
I do want to point out, too, so when Pug, who's interviewing Dennis, the two guys in a separate case that's going on for the Megan Thee Stallion thing, when he's talking to his client, the guy leaves, and then the witch, warlock, whatever it is, comes in impersonating Dennis, pretending to be him, saying, oh, I need to take responsibility, you know, blah, 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 I'm going to drop the case. And he's, like, fooled by him, right? Do you think that's foreshadowing? Like, could somehow that warlock or whatever maybe be, I don't know, like, partnered with Emil and it's bad? Like, that's how he tricked everybody into getting out? Because, I mean, technically the thing would know magic, right? The warlock or whatever it is would know magic, essentially. I don't know about portals, maybe, but it's possible. And how easily he slipped in there, you know, to be able to do all of that. I mean, he even impersonated him.
Yeah.
You know, so if she or whatever it is partnered with Emil, could have said all these beautiful things, and maybe that's not the real Wong we're seeing.
That is true. You know,
early theory.
You know what? I did not make that connection that the doppelganger was with Emil's like cult or whatever. Like,
what do you mean?
Are they like the same like
the soulmates?
Yeah.
What about him?
Is the doppelganger, was she a part of that?
No, she's just I don't know. I mean, I didn't notice her, but I think she's just a random thing.
Person from Asgard.
Yeah, that attached herself onto Dennis and.
Yeah, because I didn't know if she showed up there or at the
soulmates. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't think so. I mean, not as herself. She could have showed up as Wong. That's what I'm saying.
He could be using her as an accomplice. He could. I mean, I don't know.
Just early theory. It's very possible, you know.
I mean, Emil he's still a little bit scared. I mean, I feel like he's done a lot, like, to get out. So it's like, let the man out. Because I feel like he really, like, he's done a lot. And it's funny to see, like, the Abomination have, like, stands or, like, fangirls.
Right.
Like, that was funny as hell to me. Like, when he turned into Abomination, they're like, oh, oh. Like, that, like, the stuff that they're doing with this show is, like, what the hell? Like, it's, like, really, like, what is going on?
Right.
But I'm loving what I'm seeing so far.
I do too. I thought she did a great job too at kind of continuing the parole hearing, because she's like, oh, okay, my star witness isn't here, so let me go through the list. All right, Emil, you're gonna speak, and then okay, we're gonna talk to this person and that person. Like, she did a good job of like thinking on her feet essentially, and I'm assuming that's kind of what this scene is trying to tell us. But I mean, I loved him too. You know, talking about his remorse. He turns into the Abomination.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting that they're so fearful of him as Abomination. And maybe, like I said, I need to watch some movies, and maybe that's just like past trauma that everybody's feeling from the things that he did. But I'm like, you guys have seen an angry Hulk.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're so confident in this prison system that you've built, like, what are you screaming and scared of?
Reform, right?
It was just interesting because people in the MCU are so conditioned to seeing, you know, Hulks and Avengers and gods.
All
That
kind of shit.
I'm like, why are you freaking out over Abomination? Like, I get he turned, but he's not.
I guess
gonna
he's painted
hurt
as
you.
a bad guy.
Yeah, I guess, but it's just interesting. That was an interesting. Oh, I thought it was like an overreaction. John agrees. He said the transformation was crazy, and it looked like he could go he could tap the glass and it would break.
Yeah, I mean, it shows a lot that he's been in his tank and just chilling.
Right.
Like the fact that he has learned to control the Abomination and like not go like super crazy. Mm-hmm. Like that is a skill.
It is.
You know, I definitely think he's gonna be with the Thunderbolts. And he's gonna have to do some like that's why I'm really interested and curious about like how this Thunderbolts thing is gonna play out. Because I feel like they're fleshing this character out a little bit more now to bring him back later. Because I feel like Marvel has been like listening to us talk crap about the villains like forever. So I think they're finally like about to like, I mean they already did a great job at like refining Baron Zemo. They did a great job. So now I feel like they're doing that with Abomination. And I don't know who's the next villain that we're gonna see, but I feel like Marvel's finally listened to us when we're saying, yo, the villain's been trash. So I feel like Marvel has like found a way to be like, okay, let's go back and fix them and add more characters to them. So
yeah, that's a good point.
I think that's what Marvel is really that's their latest scheme, that's their latest plan. And I love it, honestly.
Right. I do too. I think they're doing a great job. Zill Nation said, hey, Abomination might be putting on an act. Killmonger is a top villain in the MCU.
Yeah, we both agree that Abomination, we think he's shady. I mean,
I feel like he's just too nice. I don't
Think
know.
so?
Can you imagine if the Warlock thing is all these people too? Like if she's Carl and she's faking the crying and you helped me through a bad marriage and he's like, it's okay, Carl.
Yeah.
You know?
That could be something. He could be.
It's
like,
interesting.
Yeah, that is a good theory. The Warlock could be imitating everybody. Because everybody is saying, like, oh, man. Like, it does seem like a hard sell.
Yeah, they're either like really, really selling it or it's like, oh, okay, got you
Yeah.
guys. Like everybody fell for it type of thing, you know? So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if that's a twist or it's literally just is what it is, you know?
I do agree Killmonger was a pretty good villain in the MCU. I just wish we would have got more time with him. But one thing I want to say about the shape-shifting elf thing, like,
Elf, that's what it is.
or whatever. What's she elf?
It looked more like she had more like pointy ears. I keep
Yeah.
saying warlock and witch, but it's not that. I can't think of what they called her.
Yeah. They gotta stop ruining the shape-shifting thing because, like, in the next show, Secret Invasion, it's supposed to be
Yeah.
when, like, the scrolls.
Everybody's
like,
a scroll.
Yeah, that's supposed to be when, like, the scrolls are here and they've been, like, shape-shifting or whatever, and, like, we don't know who's who.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think they need to slow down on the whole shape-shifting thing, you know? Like, I thought, like, up until I know, Loki could only shapeshift or, you know, appear
That
on
is
scene.
true.
And, you know, we know the scrolls can shapeshift, so now this random elf from Asgard can shapeshift too, you know?
It's an
So
elfin,
it's,
yeah.
yeah,
whatever
so
that
it's
is.
like, I feel like that's probably the only, like, flaw that they did this episode. Like you guys want to do the Megan Thee Stallion stuff so hard that, like, now when Secret Invasion come, we're going to be like, who else can shapeshift? It's not just scrolls. We've seen somebody else do it in Asgard.
Do you think that opens the door more so to bring in a lot of cameos and stuff for like Secret Invasion, or do you think they're going to keep it very much more MCU and not have these like fun type of cameos?
And I think
it's
Secret
not gonna be
Invasion is
that kind
supposed to be
of
more
show.
serious. More serious. Sam Jackson. Like, I don't know. So, like, I just hate that they kind of use that just for Megan Thee Stallion in this episode. When Secret Invasion is literally a show based on people
Shape-shifting, like
shape-shifting and pretending to be people, you know?
I mean, technically she's from Asgard, kind of the way Loki is, so I
Yeah.
guess it's possible. It's just
Yeah, like, I understand it's possible, but I wish they would have just saved that whole shape-shifting thing for Secret Invasion. You know?
yeah, and like you said, I really hope it turns out to be something bigger than just, oh, we used it as a character to bring in Megan Thee Stallion. Like, it's a waste if that's
Yeah.
all, like, you're just doing
Yeah,
it
that's
for
what
clout.
I'm saying. Like, why
You
even
know?
waste a shapeshifter like that?
Exactly. Like, a character, like, it could have been it's like John said, it could have been anybody. Did it need to be the crime of, like, impersonating Megan Thee Stallion? No, maybe
Yeah.
it could have impersonated Thor or something.
Yeah,
you know,
like,
or whatever.
Like, impersonate like an Avenger or something, you know?
Yeah, something.
Like, that would have been more useful than, I mean, but we get it, but
I just want it to make sense and be purposeful because they keep showing the Elfin shaping into the judge, shaping into all these different people. I really feel like that's going to be part of like the twist in the end.
You think so?
If not, it's like why? Why do I care about the side elf that's doing all these things? You know?
Yeah, just for Megan Thee Stallion. Like, it's no disrespect to Megan, but it's like this is the MCU.
Yeah.
You know, we got stuff to see. You're only giving us 30 minutes.
Yeah,
you know, we want to see like the stuff.
Right. John said, I did not watch Love and Thunder, so do Asgardian construction really carry all the gear that the guys used to jump She-Hulk with? Interesting.
No.
No?
Quick answer. Even if you watch Thor Love and Thunder, you won't even you won't understand what happened at the end of She-Hulk. So don't even worry about that, John. I definitely say you should check it. Well, it's about to come on Disney Plus soon. So
yeah, we'll just wait.
Check it out on Disney Plus, John. We did a small little reaction to it, episode 1, for all the viewers who want to check that out. I know we was gone for a minute, but yeah, that was interesting that it was Asgardian tech.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody from Asgard sent them to take out She-Hulk.
Interesting.
They said at the end the boss is not like we were supposed to get her blood. Or they asked, did we get her blood? And the boss is not gonna like that we didn't come back with the blood. That was really, I was like, hold up.
Yeah.
What the hell is on Asgard? Like, you know, cause the last thing we know, spoiler alert, John, Valkyrie lives.
Yeah.
She's alive. But I'm wondering what the hell is going on. Like, to have Asgardian tech?
Right.
Like, where the hell is Thor? Like, we try not to spoil, Love and Thunder, but like, bruh, like, this is still your, you can be a,
He busy now. He a dad.
Yeah, he can be a dad and be busy, but still, bruh, like, Asgard.
Protect us.
Like, like.
Still your town, my guy.
Like, bro, I know it sucks you're the only person left, but take ownership, dude. Like,
right.
Like, yeah, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister are all gone, but still Asgard, bro.
Right.
Like,
get it together.
Get your stuff together, man. But,
that is true. John asked why we skipped Kamala Khan.
So we'll touch on Miss Marvel just for a little bit because we pretty much said everything for this episode. But we actually thought it was a great show, but when you get to like episode 4, I feel like it should have been a 9-episode show.
Yes.
Like, I really love the effects for Miss Marvel. Loved all the effects. Loved the animations and all that. But like, and we loved episode 4 and 5. But it's just she went to Pakistan in like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, that takes days. I'm sorry. So to like cover that in 1 minute, she just got on a boat. Like it just. A lot of stuff happened at the end, but overall we thought it was a good show.
It very much, like you said, the first 3 episodes were really well fleshed out, and then 4 on felt like a speed race. Yeah. It really did. I mean, it was interesting when we watched it like 2 or 3 times to finally understand it, but I shouldn't have to watch it 2 or 3 times to grasp the concept and understand it. I mean, I think those last 3 episodes, or at least 4 and 5, were way too information packed to be released at midnight. Yeah. I knocked out. I was so tired, and it was just a lot to try to think about and understand. So I don't know. I just think they need to expand their shows more. You can't jam pack so much information in there.
Especially Miss Marvel.
Yeah, and I mean,
like, if they can get us 9 episodes, Miss Marvel should have got 9 episodes.
Yeah.
Because like Miss Marvel was a great show, and unfortunately, the person that she loves ruined the show. Because Captain Marvel, once again, does what she does. Like, they could have switched it up for Miss Marvel. Just like how She-Hulk, they're killing it, doing the cameos to build this character first, and like, explaining different side stuff. They could have did the same thing with Captain Marvel.
Agreed.
We did not need to see her at the post-credit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm here. We don't care. We know you leaving again. We don't care. I love what they did with Bruce and the Hulk. He has speaking roles. Captain Marvel didn't even get a speaking role in Miss Marvel. So it's like they keep hitting and missing. Like with this show, we keep saying that they're doing really, really great. Do you think? I wonder, and I'm really thinking about this right now. Like, let me know in the chat. Do you guys think that? Or do you guys think, do the directors talk to each other? because for me, it's like they don't, because She-Hulk has really been able to just capitalize on like all Marvel's just basket of characters that they have, and I don't know, Miss Marvel could have had some Captain Marvel.
I agree.
Like,
yeah.
come on, bro. Like, she's the least popular character in the MCU.
Yeah.
You telling me we couldn't have got more screen time to help us like her more?
God, I hope they redeem her in the movie. I really do.
I feel like the movie's too far away.
It's like what, next year?
Yes, we don't like. We could have got a smiling Captain Marvel moment during Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
And that would have left a good taste on their mouth. Like, all right, you know what? But instead, she popped up at the end for 10 seconds and was like, "Oh, this Earth? Shit, I'm out of here.
I'm gonna head out."
Yeah, this Earth. Wait, incursions and all that kind of.
She
Yeah,
really
fuck
did.
up. I'm out. I'm out of here.
John said they turned Thor into a joke after Endgame. They really did.
Yeah. We want to hear your opinion on Thor: Love and Thunder, John, whenever you watch it too. So make sure you come back and let us know.
Put it in the Discord. I was looking at something else. And he said, "Did you see the 10 Rings Easter egg?"
I didn't see it in this episode. I didn't see the 10 Rings Easter egg. Let us know where it's at.
Or I think he means in
Oh yeah, Miss Marvel.
Miss
Yeah,
Marvel,
we did. Yeah, we did. I wonder. So we seen that 10 Rings Easter egg. Did it end up actually connecting to anything? Like, I don't think it actually ended up connecting to anything.
So there's
did it?
2 bangles, I think, and I think Shang-Chi has the other one, and now Kamala Khan has that one. I think is how that's being played out. I don't know. That's my understanding of it.
That's your theory.
Yeah. And then he said I had to rewatch it too because I thought she almost kissed her uncle.
You know what, John, and everybody watching out there, we had to watch episode 4 like 3 times.
Yeah.
Episode 5 like twice.
At least.
And like the last episode, I don't even look like.
Last episode was them running through the school and stuff.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It just lost us.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, went from the show to like, it was like, oh, that's cool. She's a young teenager trying to be a superhero, to, oh shit, we in Pakistan, you know, fighting for our lives. You know, Red Hood gang, you know, his mentor getting taken out in the first 5 minutes. We're like, whoa.
Right, that guy got the worst intro and
Like,
outro
what the
ever.
heck? I swear, how do you introduce a character like this and just take his ass out? This man
Right.
said the most important words he could ever say, because that was all he was gonna say.
Right?
Man.
Oh man. John said the bracelets, the bangles are connected. And he says, someone want the smoke for whoever carries them. Shoot. Ain't that the truth?
I'm telling you, because that mama was going crazy. She was willing to sacrifice and take out anybody.
She
in
sure
her path.
was. I also didn't like the ending. I just thought it was really cheesy that the mom was like, she mentions Kamran. She's like, oh yeah, I did leave him. All right, I'm not going to do this. I'll do the right thing.
Yeah, alright, I'll give him powers.
It got kind
I
of...
feel like that could have got explained way more. Like,
Oh, 100%.
so she just transformed spiritually into her son? Like,
He just magically got her powers, I guess, when she left this world in physical form. I don't know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
guess.
Like, that could have definitely got developed like a little bit more. But now we at the end of the episode.
For She-Hulk, yeah.
It's funny, like, how she said her name was not She-Hulk, and he still called her She-Hulk anyway. I thought that was really funny. But, I mean, like I said, for me, this episode, honestly, the first episode was my favorite episode. What would you say, how would you rank this episode so far?
100% the first one was my favorite just because I didn't know what to expect. And I liked it. I really did. I thought it was a decent length. I thought they explained a good amount.
Yeah.
I just feel like these last few ones have been really, really short, and this is the second episode in a row where I get comfortable. As soon as I like put my feet up and get comfortable, or I lean on you or whatever,
man.
then they're like, "All right, episode over." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Are you kidding?"
Oh my god.
So,
I swear,
that's
2
getting old.
episodes in a row, Miss Emma's like, all right, it's time to get comfy, man. Like, she got comfy on the couch on this episode. It's time for me to get comfy. And it's like end credits. Marvel, one suggestion I will say is like, come on, give us what we want. You seen what Stranger Things did? Stranger Things fed us and overfed us. Give us these episodes. Because I'm not gonna lie, Stranger Things is killing it right now. I don't know, Stranger Things is probably one of the best shows we've seen this year.
Oh, 100% so far. We should have reacted to that one.
Yeah, we should have.
next season for sure.
Yeah, we needed a break. We've been doing a lot. Mm-hmm. So yeah, now we're at the part where she's getting jumped by the bootleg Asgardians. I don't even think they're Asgardians. I think they just because I don't know. It's just their tech looks really weird. So I really have no idea who this villain is.
Right.
Because even the Asgardian tech didn't do anything against her. She was like, you know.
Yeah.
You expect Asgardian tech to like at least like hurt her, you know.
Right. And I mean, it's interesting. It did definitely throw me off, very much so. And they tried to get her blood, obviously, and it didn't pierce her skin. But it's like, why? Like, I can't. I mean, I can understand why some random villain, I guess, would try to like steal her blood and like replicate her.
Yeah.
I guess. But also, well, I don't know. I don't know who the big like bad MCU would try to be. You know.
Yeah.
Could it be Doctor Doom? I know he might be the villain behind Black Panther and Namor and all of them, but could he be overarching this way too and trying to set up his own like Dark Avengers? I don't know. I don't know how the comics goes, but I'm assuming it's a possibility in that way.
It's very interesting. I mean, I feel like she's been dealing with a lot, like just to be She-Hulk and like to have that happen to her, like that's.
Well, and they told her too, who do you think you are strutting around showing off your powers? And she's like, when did I strut around and show off my powers? Like, I feel like everybody is just kind of like projecting their own whatever onto her, and it's like, dude, she didn't do anything. She's literally trying to not be She-Hulk. She didn't want this job because she didn't want to be She-Hulk for this job. It's the only one that would hire her.
Just happened to her.
Yeah. And so I think that part's unfortunate, and I really hope she gets like a redemption type of arc where it's like, okay, she finally gets to enjoy being She-Hulk and people appreciate her. But I don't know, there's just like that part of it, I'm like, I feel bad for her, you know?
It's like she's barely got to be She-Hulk, and like the world demands of her to be She-Hulk.
100%. And it's kind of sad that they almost prefer her to be She-Hulk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, oh, we don't want Jen Walters. We want She-Hulk representing the superhuman law division, you know?
Yeah.
And people are like, all right, you got to Hulk out, you know? So,
Do the Hulk thing.
Yeah, I feel bad, and I hope it ends up being the right thing, you know, being good for her in the end. And John asked who we thought they were working for. Dr. Doom is, I guess, my best guess.
I have no idea, to be honest. Maybe Val. I just gotta always point things to Val and stuff sharing, man. Oh, I always gotta point it back to those.
Where would they get that tech, though? I don't remember really seeing that tech in different.
As far as we know, we don't know nobody in Asgard that's corrupt.
Besides Loki and Hela.
He's not even there.
Well, I know, but I mean, ever. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. It's interesting that they just threw that in there at the end.
Yeah. Think it's Kingpin?
It could. Well, why would he be after her? I mean, I guess just to create his own Hulk, maybe.
His own henchman or something.
Oh my god, interesting. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways it could go with that. I thought it was it. Now that I'm rewatching it again, I'm like.
I definitely think it can be Kingpin. You know why? Because Daredevil was in this show.
Another crossover.
Daredevil was a Kingpin villain.
He's a Earth Kingpin villain. He's our only Earth Kingpin villain, right? Well, besides Arthur Harrow, but he gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It could be Kingpin. That's gonna be my guess. I'm gonna say Kingpin. So this whole twerk montage with Megan Thee Stallion and She-Hulk, I'm guaranteeing that the VFX guy had a blast doing this.
Oh, I'm sure.
They was just like, it was great. It was funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I seen it, I was like, what the hell? And I just couldn't happen to laugh. Like I was just dead laughing at that.
And the song and everything too. It's hilarious.
My god. But 1 out of 10, what would you get this episode?
I'd give it an 8. It was entertaining. It was funny. You know, I wish it was a little longer, but I mean, I think it's doing its job so far. I'm happy with the show so far. Like I said, my only complaint is that I wish it was a little bit longer in some episodes. That's not a bad complaint. Yeah. You know, so I think it's doing good so far. Yeah.
Let me know what you guys think. Give me you guys thoughts, reviews before we close out. 1 out of 10. I'm gonna give it. I was gonna give it a 7.
John gave it a 7.
I was gonna give it a 7, but I have to admit that Megan Thee Stallion thing at the end did make me laugh because I was like, "What the hell are they doing?"
He says she owned half the episode.
Like she did. She had real estate in this episode.
Right.
Like, if I'm Megan Thee Stallion when I grow up, you know, when I'm old as hell, I'm showing my grandkids this. Look what you can do. You can twerk your way into a Disney Plus show.
What a great message.
Wow.
Yeah.
Marvel did it. Marvel said so. All right.
Right.
But let us know you guys' last remaining thoughts and comments about the show. We appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Like I said, this is gonna be a short show. We're gonna be back next week, talking about She-Hulk, all the world's latest current events, and we also gonna be back streaming 2K23 next week. 2K23 drops, so we're gonna have a release party, you know, podcast party, all that, all good things, all wonderful and amazing things. But shout out to y'all rocking with us. I think we had like 85 subscribers or something like that last time I checked, or almost 900. We're almost to 1,000. We're about to grow to 1,000. You know, any day now.
892.
892. Shout out to all 892 subscribers for rocking with your boy, helping us grow, helping us do wonderful and amazing things. Shout out to everybody that pull up to the streams. Shout out to everybody that watch all the videos, like the videos. Shout out to all the supporters, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and let's keep on growing. Let's keep going to the top. Any closing remarks before we head out?
I can't wait for next week's episode. And do you have? Well, before we go, do you have a prediction for next week's episode? Bold prediction.
I definitely think we're gonna see Daredevil next week.
Okay.
I honestly think it's going down the Kingpin route. I feel like Kingpin is gonna hire Tatiana, or she wants her revenge. So I feel like two people are gonna try to come at her, She-Hulk. And she's gonna need some help.
Making some enemies,
help.
huh?
Yeah. And I think we're about to get introduced to whoever is like the ground level like heroes now, because we kind of don't know who's
Yeah, that'd
the
be
heroes.
nice.
Like we don't know who the hell. Like Hawkeye retired after his show was done.
Right.
He's like, I ain't patrolling these streets with my family.
Like,
Case like me too. You know
Got
what
my
I'm
suit
saying?
back. I'm done.
Case like, fuck all this new Hawkeye shit. I'm chilling with the fam too. Fuck all that. But stay positive. Always try to be the best person you can be. You can be whoever you want to be. Just look at me. We gonna be back next week with another reaction, another pod, talking about all the week's latest and various events. Follow with the release of NBA 2K23 and all of the other wonderful and amazing things. Keep subbing, keep growing. Let's keep doing all the things that we can do to be great. And we'll catch you guys next week. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Shout out to John pulling up, man. It's been great to see you. Shout out to Sergeant Marino.
Yes.
As well. Make sure I want to say everybody in the chat.
And
Shout out to
Nation
y'all.
King.
Shout out to all y'all, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. And let's keep going. Let's keep doing wonderful and creative and amazing things. Catch you guys on the next stream. Peace.